Hey everyone, how's it going? Azren here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to another A2/B1 level French lesson. If you're new to these videos on my YouTube channel and my podcast, it's pretty straightforward. I'm working on a series right now to guide people who have an A2 level or a B1 level in French and help you to reach a B2 level. I feel this is something really lacking in the resources, the videos, the podcast, the lessons that exist on the market. I don't quite see anyone who's putting a concerted dedicated 100% full effort, full commitment on helping people to reach a B2 level when they already have that A2, B1 level to start. So right now, we are relatively early in the journey, in this learning journey, and we're just working on some really high frequency, really useful, really common words and, well, yeah, words that you will need in order to make that jump from where you are now all the way up to a B2 level. So far, let me show you my screen. We have gone through the following really high frequency words. We've gone through aucun, aucune, we've done rendre, we've done ainsi, we've done lieu, we've done droit, we've done donc, alors. Today we're going to focus on soit. Now, soit is a word in French that also has, let me stop my screen share. Soit in French is a word, obviously, but soit is also used almost like a grammar point. And it's a grammar point that pretty much means either or. Either or. Let me share my screen and show you just a couple of really simple sentences that use this. So for example, we have on peut aller soit en bus, soit en train. We can go either by bus or by train. Tu peux choisir soit la pomme, soit la banane. You can choose either the apple or the banana, not both. Soit il accepte notre offre, soit il refuse. So when we look at these sentences, let me stop my screen share. When we look at these sentences, right, you're going to notice a pattern. Soit this, soit that. Either this or that. Let me share my screen on a different page here, and we're going to look at some more examples of how to use soit. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So these are some other example sentences. Soit on mange une, almost said in Spanish, almost said una pizza. Oh my goodness. Soit on mange une pizza, soit on fait des pâtes. Either we eat a pizza or we make pasta. Tu peux prendre soit le bus, soit le métro. You can take either the bus or the subway. Are you seeing this? This is a pretty simple, pretty straightforward concept. Let's mix in some listening comprehension here. So I'm going to read you a couple sentences using soit. You tell me, well, you can't tell me, but you can talk to your computer screen or phone screen and tell me if you can understand. Are you ready? Here we go. Je veux boire soit un café, soit un thé. Je veux boire soit un café, soit un thé. Il va venir soit ce soir, soit demain matin. Il va venir soit ce soir, soit demain matin. That's a bit of a strange one. That's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? Soit ce soir. Like, what the heck does that word mean? Let's do one last one here. Let's do this one. Soit tu m'aides, soit tu m'aides pas. Pretty easy sentence. Soit tu m'aides pas, or tu ne m'aides pas in more formal French. Let me share my screen and show you those sentences there so you can see how they're spelled. Really easy concept here, not a very complicated concept. So we have this one here. Je veux boire soit un café, soit un thé. I want to drink either a coffee or a tea. Il va venir soit ce soir. So soit ce soir, either this evening, soit demain matin. The next one I did was kind of a modified one. I did this one, but I changed it. Soit tu m'aides, soit tu ne m'aides pas. Either you help me or you don't help me. I just reworded a little bit. Now, soit has a couple of other meanings in French as well. Some of you, maybe, particularly those who really like grammar and you've really studied a lot of grammar, you might know that soit has another meaning, which is the subjunctive. So soit is used, it's like a être conjugation in the subjunctive mood, okay? Now, it is worth knowing that, how do I explain this to you? So right now, I think that when we learn languages, it's important to prioritize. prioritization is very, very, very important. So I think the primary goal right now, when I look at the French learning journey of someone at an A2 level or a B1 level, so call it like a low intermediate, upper beginner level. Once you're at that level, the priority is to get you to an upper intermediate level. In order to reach an upper intermediate level, we have to prioritize. There are certain things that matter more, and there are certain things that matter less. There are certain things that we definitely should be studying, and there are things that maybe we can leave for later. I think actually for a lot of language learning courses, resources, materials, often when we're learning French or other languages, one of the mistakes that may happen is that the prioritization is not done in a very effective way. It's not properly prioritized. So I say all of this to you that soit has another meaning, and soit is the subjunctive conjugation of the verb être. But the subjunctive in French, when you have an A2 level or a B1 level, it is a very wise decision to just leave it aside for the time being. Once you have closer to a B2 level, once you are closer to having an upper intermediate level, by all means, it's something we can dig into, but definitely not now. When I was actually learning French myself, subjunctive was only taught to people who were approaching a B2 level. It was not even really addressed before that in the slightest. And often when you do take French in a classroom setting where it's really, really structured properly, which is a whole other topic, but when it really is structured properly, and you'll often find that subjunctive is left kind of for later, and it's not taught kind of at this point in the journey. So that's a very long-winded way to say that for the time being, the word soit, just treat it as either this or that, treat it for that meaning. Any other meanings of soit, just sort of leave them aside for the time being. So that wraps up today's lesson. I will see you in tomorrow's French lesson. Salut, bye.